Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Scott Hoffmo, and I am the president and broker of Fireplace Realty. Quite important today. Just wanted to bring to your attention some things that are very relevant. For starters, we are the largest and most knowledgeable real estate home property services company in the United States. I can't say everything, but we pretty much do everything from sales to buyer's agency to everything associated with homes and gardens. You can jump on our website and see. I mean, we're so in depth. We even do wax art, painting, cleanouts, international gardens, indoor gardens. It's pretty limitless. So we're your one-stop shop, basically. The other thing that I think is very important for you to realize, we have a library. It's binders. You can see pictures of it on the internet, on the website, etc., of overjoyed clients dating back to '07. I have stuff as early as the early '90s. I've been in real estate since '07, and I've been involved with real estate and home and property services for probably upwards of 50 years now. We're recognized around the globe for our work. The other thing that's very important too, if you're listing your house for sale, there's nothing more important than the listing agent, because they're the foundation. They're the person that everybody goes to, whether it's the broker up the street, the agent across town, etc., etc. So, your listing agent is everything. I can't stress that enough. And, being that it's so important, we're the only company that I've ever come across, and I believe this to be absolutely 100% true, unequivocal. We are at every single showing. If we have your listing, we are at every showing. Now people say, well, so what? Well, you know what? Let me tell you why it's not a so what. Just recently, we had a client, actually a customer, because they had their own agent from another agency. And, people try to pull fast ones. And he insisted that the house did not have Suffolk County water, which of course it does. Because I put in a lot of the landscaping, I did a lot of the work there. You see how this all couples together. And I said, no, it's Suffolk County water, it's not well water. And he went on and on, about the well out there. And I said, well, yeah, it's been decommissioned. So, being that I know the property and I'm there, it's not some obscure agent from Huntington or across town. I said, let's take a walk outside. And I walked him right to the water meter. Now, anyone who knows me will tell you I tell the truth. I don't add to stories, I don't subtract from stories, I tell it exactly like it is. Sometimes I get in trouble for that, by the way, but that's okay. Now, it did not result in a sale, okay? So again, I like full transparency. However, if they would have been interested in the home on a serious level, or maybe had a friend that could have been interested, that type of thing, then it could have very well made a difference, because I don't need to tell you what it would cost to have Suffolk County Water come in and run a line. It's not cheap. So it's very important that the listing agent is there. And I could give other examples, but I think you get the point. The other thing that we offer, which I've never seen before anywhere from here to Australia, every single element that you can possibly think of throughout what they call the procurement process, we are there. We are there for every inspection. We are there for the appraisal. You name it. If someone wants to come with their architect, we're there. Everything is hands-on. You know, you don't call here and get an automated system, okay? Very small company with tremendous quality, honesty, candor, that may be hard for some people, but if I'm not going to be candid with you about things, why would you want me? I mean, think about that. If you're going to pay, doesn't matter whether it's 3%, 4%, 5%, 6% commission to someone to sell your home, your house. You sell your house, you don't sell your home. Why would you pay somebody that type of money just for them to tell you what you want to hear? Think about it. I mean, why? What benefit is that to you? You know, it's like all these overpriced listings that you see. You know, it's because the listing agent either, be very frank with you, I told you I'm candid, they just don't have the chutzpah, we'll put it that way, we'll put it the polite way, you know, to look you in the eye and tell you, look, here's the comps, this is what your house is worth. They fold, they give in, and what happens? Your house sits on the market forever and ever and ever. I'm not interested in listing property, I'm interested in selling it. Just like you're not interested in my nice sign in front of your house, you want to sell your property. It has to be priced correctly. And the truth is, when you price correctly, you actually get more money. That's been proven. That's not hearsay or poppycock nonsense. It's absolutely true. Just like when you counter somebody, if you come from a position of strength, they take you a lot more serious. So guess what? They're going to play better ball with you. And in the end, you're going to get a better price. You know, it's just common sense. Most importantly, we stand behind our ability to sell homes so strongly that we offer the following. If we take your listing and we are not able to sell it within 3 months of the date that you sign the listing agreement, if it's not, you know, an accepted offer going into contract, we knock a full point. It's a lot of money on even $500,000. We knock that off. And that's written right into the contract. There's no gimmick, that's the reality. And no, if it's a co-broke, they are not affected. They're still gonna get the same money. Only us, we're affected by that. But I do encourage you to go on our website. It's fireplacerealty.com. Like I said earlier, we do so many things that it's like 3 menus. It's a book, which makes life easy for you. You need your basement cleaned out, we do it. You want painting, we do it. And the list goes on and on. You deal with one person who's brutally honest, does everything for you. Our records are open to anybody who wants to see them. You can either come to the office, meet you for lunch, whatever. show you our vast library of handwritten cards, letters of not even happy, but overjoyed clients. I made a fella recently almost $4 million. No matter who you are, it's a lot of money. Okay, and I made that for him in a very short time. It was rather quickly. If you can believe it, it was only about 5 years. Not too shabby. But yeah, jump on our website. It's not completely done because, again, there's just so much to put on there. But it's done enough that you'll definitely get a clear picture of just how vast and knowledgeable and what we have to offer. So I hope to talk to you guys soon. And I guess I would close by saying this. Always remember that there is a difference between a big producing broker or agent and a quality broker or agent. Think about that. So the person that sells the most houses doesn't necessarily mean that they're the best. Okay, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. I wouldn't do that. But, if you use your imagination, it's pretty obvious. They're doing whatever it takes to sell a house. And the rest, I think you can figure out. You want somebody who genuinely cares. Like I said earlier, we're at every showing, every inspection, every closing. We're an open book. There's full transparency here. So don't pick the flashy dashy, driving the Ferrari type of guy who's, claims, granted, they sold a lot of real estate, no question, but, they claim to have sold $1 billion of real estate. Even if they did, again, there's a difference between a good broker and a high producing broker. And don't think that it can't come back to haunt you, because it can. It's not always just on the broker per se. Nothing against attorneys. I have friends that are attorneys. They're necessary. They keep me in business, on and on and on. But you get a good attorney, they start digging. You don't want to get dragged into that. Because even if you did nothing wrong, you're still part of the equation. It's your time, your energy, etc., etc. So I would always recommend, even if it's not me, hire the hardest working and the most candid, honest person that you can find. That would be my advice to you. So I hope this was helpful. It was just a brief introduction. And I look forward to talking to you guys very soon. Have a great day.